Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. I think I'm on live. I never do this. I've never done this before. I just wanted to jump on, and to be honest, it was quicker just to go live than to do a video, etc., and all that would take so long. And I can present this as a video after. Now, am I on the right? Yes, I am on the right channel. I just want to make sure I'm on the right channel because I've got 2 YouTube channels. I wanted to come on because of this breaking news, or this news, I think yesterday it broke, that the teacher, Morrell, that has been found, unfortunately, she was heavily pregnant and she was found dead at her home in Mugdock Park, which apparently is in East Dunbartonshire. I do know Dumbarton, I have been there, it's up in Scotland. And I just got thinking about it and I started getting really angry. You know, anyway, apparently there's a manhunt going on for someone. They haven't mentioned who they're looking for. Obviously, it must be the perpetrator of whatever's happened. But I think, you know, we don't have many details so far. I'm going to read you the details of it shortly. But that, hi, God Struggler, that, along with the fact that Madeline Kingsbury over the pond in the US, and there'll be loads of other missing women, or there'll have been loads of other sort of, you know, women in this town. These are just ones that have come to our notice. I just started to get really angry, and I just thought, when is this going to end? Why does this keep happening? You know, Madeline Kingsbury, she's been missing for a month now. A month, and as far as I know, there's not really been any developments. Well, as always, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. The Winona Police Department have released a new statement asking people to continue looking in there. I mean, it's a massive place. It's a massive, massive place. Very difficult to search. I understand that. But they're asking, you know, they were re-asking, if you like, people to look in their gardens, in their properties, in their land, because a lot of people have got a lot of land there. And but it was just really a repeat statement of that, you know, keep your eyes out, any dash cam footage you've got, etc., etc. So they're obviously ploughing their way through any leads they might have. I just hope and pray that something comes to something. And as far as Madeline Kingsbury is concerned, our best case scenario really is that she had been taken against her will and she's been held somewhere alive, and she may be returned one day to her family and her children. You know, her partner, the police have refused to name anyone as a suspect, but her partner has been under suspicion. But that's something, you know, that we'll find out later on. And now then yesterday this comes out. So this lady Morrell, she's a primary school teacher, and she was heavily pregnant, they say. Well, you know, so presumably she's in the last trimestre of, sorry, that's a bit of Spanish coming in there. She's in the last part of her pregnancy, and she was found dead at her home. So I'm just going to read the story about her because I don't know. It's literally so new. I can't remember all the exact details. And yeah, there's a manhunt going on. But anyway, let me just find the details so that I can read them to you and let you know what's going on. You may have seen it on the news. Have you heard anything about it? You know, do you know any developments or anything? Yeah, so this lady, unfortunately, I don't know how to put pictures on there to show you a picture of her, but I will after the live stream. I can't stay on too long because I'm actually in between classes, as you know. I am a Spanish teacher myself. I think that's why this has got me as well, because she's a teacher. So let me see. Now, to me, the best, yeah. So manhunt for a missing partner. So now it is coming out there. I mean, obviously, it seemed to me that it probably was the partner, but you know, you can't say that because before up to just not long ago, they weren't actually saying that it was the partner that they were looking for. He was found at a property in Jura Street in Glasgow. That sounds familiar to me, that Jura Street. I mean, I've been to Glasgow a couple of times, so I may have been there. Yeah, suspicious death of a pregnant teacher. She's 35 years old. She was due to give birth in the summer, and a teacher at the local school, Sandwood Primary School, and officers investigating her death have been searching for a missing man in the area of Muddock Country Park near Milgavis. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It is understood that the policemen are searching for her fiancé, David Yates. Her death was being treated as suspicious, and inquiries remained ongoing. And of course, all our thoughts and prayers, etc., are with the family, you know, what they're going through, and the family of him, because, you know, although it may turn out that he is basically a piece of shit, but, you know, it's not his family's fault. So they're, you know, this would be a terrible, terrible thing for everybody who's involved, because even the parent, his parents, if that's his child, presumably, they've lost a grandchild as well. So anyway, so this is an ongoing story. This is breaking news. This is a story that's not been resolved yet. They're searching for him in a park. I wonder, God Struggler says, only gets the news from YouTube, no television, and no newspapers for me. And why is that that you do that? Don't you trust the news? Do you, you know, I'm a bit of a news junkie, I have to say. I do look at YouTube as well, but I look at the news, I look at everything, and all different ones. I don't like, I don't take one thing as verbatim. You know, you see something on, I don't know, Sky News, but I like to see it on BBC as well, and ITV. I find ITV and Channel 4 sometimes better. BBC's a little bit, isn't it? But you get a little bit of value from all the news channels, and even the dodgy news, what I call the dodgy news channels, like the GB News and all these new ones that are coming out now. I like to hear the voice, everybody's voice, and then I make my own decision. That's what I try to do on my videos. I'm not trying to tell people what to think. I give my opinions. I try and present what I can, and then people make up their own minds. But yeah, Debbie, it is awful. It's awful. But it happens all the time, isn't it? I was thinking last week I released the video of Lacey Peterson, who was heavily pregnant, and her husband, you know, murdered her and her unborn son, Connor. That was 20 years ago. So it's 20. No, haven't things moved on? This is what I find a bit depressing sometimes. I think, haven't things changed? Why do these, and it's normally men, it's 99% of times it's men, why do they feel that they have the right to do this? Why would they even want to do this? You know, we're doing something wrong somewhere along the line. But anyway, so now they're looking for the guy, the partner. I didn't write his name down. I will do a proper video. This is a proper video, but I just jumped on to talk about this because I feel really strongly about it. And those of you that have read my book or watched members and they've watched the video, that you know that I've had experience of this. I've had personal experience, and I consider myself lucky to be alive. And this is what can happen. You know, it makes you wonder what has happened to trigger this. If this is her partner, had she wanted to leave him? I mean, who knows? We don't know. We have to wait till we find out about that. But apparently they're looking for him in a park nearby, near the house, and makes you wonder if they might find him, you know, he might delete himself. And not that I particularly feel sorry for him if he does that, but I don't think that's bad for the family, because they won't get answers then to actually what happened. You know, there was only, this is what happened with the school, another teacher, wasn't it? The headmistress of the private school not long ago, Emma Patterson. Her husband shot their 8-year-old daughter, Letty, and then shot himself. So, you know, her family have no answers as to why. And I think your first question would be when something like that happens is why? You know, what on earth makes someone do that? And if people, you know, if the guy in this particular case, Morrell's partner, if he has self-deleted himself in that park, well, I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later, but I think that's terrible for the family, because it won't make it any better and it won't bring her back, but to get answers as to actually what happened, I think that is something that families always want to know. Yeah, in the park, probably. Hi, Fiona. Did you see this on the news? So, yeah, if it's not one case, it's another. We're all still wondering about the Nicola Bulley case, if that was, you know, what will be the sort of upshot of everything with that. We don't, you know, we've got to wait quite a long time for that. Maybe that wasn't a case like this one is. This, you know, maybe there wasn't any domestic abuse. We don't know, do we? Because we're sort of left to cast around in the dark, really, and make our own assumptions. Because so far there's not really been much information one way or another, and we have our assumptions, but you know, we have our assumptions, but they are only that, aren't they, until we know. So I hope you're all enjoying your afternoon. I've got to go very shortly because I've got a Spanish class to give. I can't even say that I'm hoping for a good outcome. There's no good outcome in this particular incident, is there, with Morrell? Because poor Morrell, she has been murdered. I just hope they catch the guy, and I hope he's alive, because I hope he can give people, you know, the family closure. So let me know what you think anyway, and keep an eye on this case. And the Madeline Kingsbury case, this is another one. A month that woman has been missing without a trace, and let's hope we get some answers there soon too. But anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble on. I just got really angry and I felt like I wanted to talk about it. Thanks a lot, and I'll be very careful, live and love very carefully. That's the most important thing, and may your God go with you. Bye.